Virgo in love, horoscope sign compatibility. Virgo is born between August 23 to September 22. Virgo is the fifth sign of zodiac, and is traditionally represented by a virgin girl. Read on to find out about the Virgoan personality in detail, their strengths and weaknesses, what they are like in love and relationships, and the best way to attract a Virgo partner. The fixer and doer. Symbol, the Virgin. Key phrase, I analyze. Duality, feminine. Element, earth. Quality, mutable. Flowers, morning glory and pansy. Trees, nut-bearing trees. Part of the body ruled by Virgo, the nervous system and intestines. Prone to illness that is caused by nervous tension and stress. Ruling planet, Mercury. Mercury was the ancient god of commerce and communication. Day, Wednesday. Theme, making things happen. Tarot card, the Hermit. Virgo personality traits. Positive qualities, modest, humble, altruistic, orderly, logical, responsible, organized. Best quality, conscientiousness. Shadow darker side, weaknesses, obsessive-compulsive, overly critical, pays excessive attention to small and insignificant details, perfectionist. The Virgo zodiac sign is discriminating, practical, honest, modest, reserved, tidy, clean, hardworking, nervous, analytical and has a deep need to know and understand. Affirmation, I am dedicated to serving humanity. I am healthy and purified, and have much gratitude for my body for helping me to live my potential. The Virgo personality. Virgo, the Virgin, the one that makes things happen, is the sixth sign of the astrological year. Ancient civilizations called any woman, who was not owned by a man, a virgin. The virgins were the women who were not property, free to make their own decisions. The Virgin stands for purity of purpose, with higher motives and an innate desire to be of service. Virgo is the sign that cleans up the mess left behind by attention-seeking Leo the lion. Like God's technical support crew, Virgo weaves things together into a whole, making the world work. Virgo's job is to make sure that the cycle continues to move smoothly and efficiently. An earth sign, Virgo is grounded and practical with a logical approach to life. They like to save money and are economical and thrifty. Highly intelligent, with an excellent memory and an analytical mind, Virgo has a thinking process that is crystal clear. They are critical in nature, with the possibility of becoming hypercritical to a fault, especially of themselves if they are not careful. Virgo's brain is often on overdrive. They get lots of things done, yet have particular ways that they must do them. Unlike any other sign, Virgo has a purity about them, born to be of service with a love of helping others simply to do so. Virgo loves cleanliness in everything, and tend to dress well, mainly because they want to look good for themselves. They are less concerned with making an impression on others, and more concerned with serving their deep-seated values of cleanliness, neatness and appearing nice. They can become very fussy about the way they look, as they notice the little things, the small details that most signs usually miss. At parties, the Virgo can often be found helping the hostess clean up afterwards. Those born under the sign of Virgo love to take care of themselves and their bodies, motivated by a belief that this is the right thing to do. They love health foods. Ethical, quiet, reserved, gentle and cool in manner. The real drama of the Virgin's personality is interior, as it is filled with much activity. The initial impression of the Virgo will be one of calm authority, but the inner world is one of nervousness, restlessness and controlled intensity. Virgo must be up and doing, continuously working toward perfecting themselves, and everything that they do. Extremely hardworking, the Virgin's idea of taking it easy would be hard work for most, because they rarely stop, always in pursuit of perfection. They can exhaust themselves sitting still. More of the serious type, Virgos will rarely be found clowning around, although they can certainly be lots of fun. They are usually up and doing something, rearranging, cleaning or improving on something. Meticulous and fussy, Virgos like order and dislike rudeness, dirtiness, sloppiness, laziness and vulgarity. Although they are quick to dish the criticism, they ironically have a hard time hearing their own faults from others. When addressing the weaknesses and faults of this sign, do so tactfully and with great sensitivity. Virgos are very humble, often keeping to themselves, studying, perfecting, cleaning, and often working off some of their nervous energy. Practical and capable of detailed descriptions and critiques of everything, Virgo seeks order even amongst chaos. They make great friends, and will be honest with you, including the truth in your weaknesses and faults. Real friends do not flatter, they tell the truth, and you can be assured that a Virgo will notice the smallest details. They give great advice, because they are so discerning, honest, and constructively critical. They will critique the people they care about, motivated by the pure purpose to help, although they have a blind spot, even a bit of denial at times, about their own shortcomings. Ruled by Mercury, the planet of thought and mental perceptions, inclines the Virgo toward constant activity. In ancient Roman mythology, Mercury was the swift-footed god that was a bundle of energy, both mentally and physically. Mercury certainly was not one to sit still for long. Mercury is also associated with communication. Virgos are extremely organized and practical. They prefer simplicity and minimalism, although ironically, Virgos has the tendency to complicate everything, especially problems, making mountains out of molehills. Negative personality traits. A darker side of Virgo reveals itself when the less evolved Virgin becomes hypercritical toward themselves and everyone around them, shooting off the faults and problems of everything from the hip, with little regard for anything. Ruled by Mercury, the sign of intelligence and reason, this planet predisposes Virgo to a high-strung temperament. Extremely nervous, Virgo is one to have lots of anxieties, and is prone to nervous breakdowns, often from working so hard, and nervous ailments. They are so very demanding and critical of themselves, that they will cause themselves great nervous tension and stress. They can often be found wearing a face of worry, or extreme concern throughout the day. Their inner anxieties upset their digestive system, and emotional health. Virgo's attention to detail is unlike any other sign, often to such an extent as not seeing the forest for the trees, lacking the ability to see the bigger picture. They can sometimes arouse anger, and even violence in others, because of their tendency to interfere, expressing from their critical tongues, and also because of their unemotional attitudes. They can seem detached and emotionally distant, expressing from their critical tongues, and also because of their unemotional attitudes. Even the Virgo can sometimes hide their deepest feelings from themselves, in denial of the truth, making communication and articulation of the emotions extremely difficult. Virgo in love and relationships. In love, a Virgo will be discriminating, picky, and will take time to find a partner. A bit of a loner, a Virgo will be more than happy to simply stay single, until the right person comes along. Elusive and critical, Virgos are a hard one to catch. When dating, they can be extremely quiet, especially a female Virgo, taking much time to open up. They can appear mysterious, because they are so quiet and reserved, and love to spend time alone. People wonder what they do with all that time alone. Usually not the mushy type, Virgo will display their love with an unending devotion, and a joy of making their partner happy. Virgo glows when they are doing something useful and helpful for their partner, and love certainly brings out the very best in this sign. They are extremely discriminating, picky about everything from food, to cleanliness, clothing, and partners. When dating a Virgo, be sure to take them out for dinner. They love food, but first ask if they have any favorite restaurants, or what their favorite kind of food is. They love health food also, and would enjoy the local health food shop for an afternoon outing. Their consciousness toward what they eat will be sure to rub off on their partner. A Virgo man will be drawn to a woman who is vivacious and effusive, because he does not find it easy to express his own deep feelings. A Virgo woman will wait a long time for Mr. Right, preferring to be engulfed in a good book rather than a relationship that is half-hearted. The quintessential Virgo has a serene, classic repose that may seem a bit remote and unreachable, but will pour out from a rich treasury of love, once their emotions are unlocked. Falling in love can take a long time, however, for a Virgo. They believe in true love. Virgos tend to withdraw emotionally, and can appear cold and distant, although they are really very warm with a desire to be of service to those they care about. They will come into their power when they love themselves unconditionally. Although they do not wear their heart on their sleeve, they have a rich, lasting, and enduring love for anyone who touches their heart. Virgo exists in the mind, everything is inside. If you can stir their emotions, they will connect with you immediately. The high standards of the Virgo may be a bit of a challenge, yet you can be assured that they will bring out the very brightest within their lover, if they allow them to. They have a tendency to criticize, especially their partner, but their only intention in doing so is to help. They simply cannot help but notice the faults of others. When offering them a dose of their own criticizing medicine, however, beware, as they do not like to hear about their faults. If you push them with their weaknesses too hard, they may become depressed and beat themselves up consistently. Use grace when addressing certain need-to-know weaknesses to a Virgo, but also listen attentively when they offer you their much-cherished discerning critique. Virgos are usually not lavish with affection or spending money. Prudent, they give love quietly, but not too demonstrative. A female Virgo will be especially modest in her style of dress, revealing her sexier side only to a man she truly loves. Male Virgos are especially attracted to a sweet woman, whose modesty and intelligence invite him to get to know her more. If you treat a Virgo well, they will treat you even better. One-night stands are usually not their style. They make great spouses, because they excel at saving money and keeping the home in order. The virgins are the natural healers of the zodiac, and will take very good care of their loved ones, if they should fall ill. They are extremely devoted, and will put everything into the relationship, with an undying love that conquers even the toughest of hardships, as long as their partner is good to them, and treats them well. A Virgo will react coolly to much affection. They are loving and caring, and their main way of expressing love is through unselfish devotion. Often a Virgo will do more for you than themselves. They will do more for your needs than their own. Their feelings will be steady, as they are extremely dependable, disciplined, hardworking and responsible. Once committed, a Virgo will blossom, making a loving and devoted companion. This is especially apparent when Virgo's partner is ill, bringing out the natural nurturer, healer and purity of heart in the Virgo. Loyal, dependable and considerate, a Virgo will remember the important dates, anniversaries, etc. A warm, loving relationship brings out the best in anyone born under this sign because Virgo is extremely kind and devoted to their lover. When the affections of a Virgo are engaged, they will tirelessly serve their partner, with a strength and persistence that endures even through emotional and economical hardship. In bed, a Virgo will instinctively be responsive to the needs of their partner. As time progresses, sex with a Virgo will become more sensual and engaging. Straightforward and direct, Virgo usually plays things safe with simple moves. They can become a little more experimental with time, however, but mainly have a gentle, reserved and classic style. How to attract a Virgo lover? If you want to seduce a Virgo, remember that cleanliness is the virtue that they will immediately value in a person. They love intellectual stimulation, and are easily bored with someone who does not appear to be as mentally active as they are. They are attracted to class in a person, on every level. Virgos love pets, health, food and interesting topics. Usually it is easier to repel a Virgo than to attract, simply by being sloppy, lazy, rude, arrogant, noisy or overpowering. The real key to attracting a Virgo is to impress them with your intelligence. They are quickly drawn toward people whose intelligence is superior to their own. They pride themselves on their good taste, so be sure to notice and tell them. If they critique you, don't take it personally, rather reflect on whether or not you can become a better person because of it. Often a Virgo cannot help but notice. Also, be very sensitive toward pointing out their weaknesses or faults. It may cause them to run the other way and not come back. To attract a Virgo, bring out your best self. Impress them with your good taste, cleanliness, politeness and intelligence. Virgos love compatibility combinations. A Virgo has some sun signs that they get along better with than others, although it is important to consider that the sun sign is only a small portion of the imprint that stars make on an individual. Just because a sun sign match is challenging, difficult or unlikely does not mean it is impossible. In reality, there is no 100% typical Virgo relationship, as every Virgo is slightly different. The positions of Venus, Mars, Neptune, and all the other planets at the time of birth all influence personality. The most compatible signs with Virgo are generally considered to be Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, and Capricorn.